Welcome to Hot Women Wanted.
We're three childhood best friends who have been through it all and talk about it all.
Everything from hot flashes to hot takes to hot topics. So come join us.
Hi, Hotties. Welcome to Hot Women Wanted podcast, episode 15. I'm Juli Cola, joined by my fellow hottie, Julie Strauss Greely. And Hottie Meredith is away this week. She'll be back next week. We miss her, but we will see her next week. Hey, Joel.
Hi, hotties. We are a duo this week, not a trio. So we're flying on our own while Meredith is out of town. Literally. And boy, has it been quite the bumpy flight.
It's been a bumpy week.
It's been a bumpy week. You know what? It's a bumpy week. It's been a bumpy week. It's been bumpy with Hot Women Wanted, and it's only Tuesday. So
let's put it this way: if I slept well last night, I'm not going to sleep well tonight. That's out of the question.
I hear you. I absolutely hear you. But I guess that's our temperature check. My temperature check for this week is barely hanging on. What temperature is that?
I'm sweating over everything. How about that? I don't know if it's menopause or just life in general. Sweating it out.
Menopause or stress? I'm gonna check the stress box.
Sweating it out this week. Jules, how about one of your hot beauty trends? I think you have a good one.
I do. You know me. It's like I open up the chest. It's like what to pull out. I mean, my lotions and potions have closets and closets of their own. It's like your magical clothing closet, except mine are products. So anyway, today I want to share with our listeners and hotties a brand and a specific product from the brand. So the brand is Makiage. For anybody who's just listening, it's IL and the new word Makiage. It's a brand that's actually been around in the makeup space and beauty space for a really long time. And I've actually used this particular product for years. And I noticed that it's getting very popular on social media. It keeps popping up in my algorithms, even though I've been using it already. So I figured it would be a good thing to talk about. So for those who are watching the video, this is the pot, this is the size, and this is what it looks like. And it's a product called Skin. You do not have to select a color. There's no color matching. It's like one size fits all because what it is it's almost like a pomade. And again, for people who are watching, you can kind of see inside the pot. It's like a flesh-colored pomade. It almost has like a little bounce or like a little give to it. And you put a little bit on your fingertip and you use it anywhere on your face where you've got like excessive shine, which is definitely not my issue these days, drier than dry, or wrinkles, fine lines, or larger pores. And it quite literally, I mean truly, blurs those things. So when I'm going out or a night out, or if I'm videoing and I want to look decent, halfway decent, which today is not the day given the week we're having, I use this product and I cannot say enough about it. It is a great product. I actually love a bunch of products in their line, but I would have to say this is MVP because it really does what it says. And you can notice right away, like if you swipe it over a laugh line or a wrinkle line, it right away blurs it. It's pretty amazing stuff.
Oh, I'm definitely interested in that.
Yeah. It's really worth it. It's really worth it, and it's small, it's compact, it's like great for travel size. You don't get stopped at TSA, so all good. I really can't say enough about it. So that's my beauty product for the week, Makiage Skin.
I love it. I'm dying to try that actually.
Try it. Really try it.
I might try yours.
I got to tell you, it's been popping up in the algorithm, so it's definitely getting popular, but I genuinely have used it for years now. I love it.
If anyone's wondering why I'm wearing headphones, it's my son's making a pork chop, and I feel like I'm in Hell's Kitchen. It's so loud in here. So moving on.
Feels like an episode of The Bear.
Like, yes, Chef. Another reason I'm sweating is making like 9 million things at once.
As I said to you, at least he's cooking his own dinner, which I got to say, bravo. You did something right there, Mama. So, let's take the wins where we get them.
I look forward to the fire alarm going off right while we're filming, right while we're recording. All right, let's move on to in the hot seat. Is it the hot? It's the hot seat or is it the cringe seat? Oh God,
well,
Shep.
I mean, listen. To keep with our theme, we have
the hot seat.
We know every week somebody's in the hot seat. Usually, sometimes it's me, one of us. I gotta say, I gotta put him in there. It is. You're right. It's a hot/cringe seat, and the person in it is Shep. Is good old Shepherd from
Southern Charm. And Dear Sienna.
Is the text heard around the world, the text heard all the way to the Bahamas and back. It is a text that is like the personification of ick to use the
biggest
current
cringe
term.
I've ever heard. And dear Sienna, on and on about this girl, he's dating. She's not interested in him. It's so obvious. It's so embarrassing. And he read this text first he read it to Austin, who buried his face in his pillow. I wanted to bury my face in my
Austin,
pillow.
his lifelong friend, who truly could not bear to say to him what he wanted to say, which is, please tell me you didn't actually hit send.
No, he goes, God, Shep, I wish you spoke to me before you sent that.
Exactly. I wish he'd spoken to anybody. I mean, this is like, and he ends it with this line that he thinks is so funny. And every time he reads it out loud, he like chuckles at his own non-funny line. It's a disaster. It's a disaster every which way. It's
That's
horrible.
the end of my TED Talk. I thought it was so great.
He's like, that's the end of my TED Talk. Haha. I mean, and he's waiting for a reaction, and then he reads it out loud to Craig, and Craig can't take it. I mean, nobody can take this. It is all over social media. Anybody who watches the show and knows Shep is talking about it. He went on and did like an apology video this week. It
did?
is awful. Yeah.
Then, hot off the press, John Hamm was talking about it with Andy Cohen, and Andy Cohen said it gets worse this week.
Oh, how
It's
could it possibly
cringier.
get worse? This young woman faked a stomach ache. The oldest,
Faked diarrhea on camera.
the oldest excuse in the book to get out of spending the rest of the evening with him and his friends. I mean, it is. I truly was watching this episode as if I was watching a horror movie through my fingers. I almost wanted to like take the remote and throw it across the room. I couldn't take it for him.
I felt like it was my friend. I felt like my face was getting red. I was so
I know.
embarrassed. I was dying.
I know.
Ugh,
It's
all
a
right.
killer. It's a killer. And also, you mentioned John Hamm on Watch What Happens Live. For anybody who hasn't seen it, I'm just throwing it out there to our 12 listeners. If anybody knows John Hamm, we would like to have him on our pod. He is perhaps the most informed Bravo person on earth. But anyway, moving on.
He had some pretty good ones for Andy Cohen.
We did. I loved it.
Well, moving on, we're going to go from Shep's
take?
text to Mike White's request hot take.
Yeah.
He had,
Hot off the press.
hot off the press, Mike White had inspiration for his southern South Carolina family. Are they from North Carolina?
No, they're North. They have to be North Carolina because the parents fight over Duke and
Yeah.
UNC Chapel Hill. So I'm assuming they live in North Carolina.
They live in North Carolina on the White Lotus, Parker Posey. And what's the actor's name,
I
Jules?
can't think of the actor who played
Jason Isaacs.
I
think I wrote that
looked it
down.
up. Oh well. Yeah.
And
Apologies.
Mike White wanted the cast to watch Southern Charm
Yeah.
to get their accents down.
The cast who's playing this family of 5, he wanted them to watch Southern Charm for accents and just like, I guess like kind of like a Southern wealthy malaise that like you're entitled, and it's like, ooh, that is, I mean, on the one hand it's awesome, on the other hand it's like, ouch, if you're that cast. But I mean, they do such a good job. And also, I don't think you were watching Southern Charm back in the day when Thomas Ravenel was on, and he was the one who's the father of Catherine's children, and he is problematic AF. But the actor, who by the way is British,
Yeah.
playing the husband on White Lotus, the actor sounds, if you close your eyes, he sounds exactly like Thomas Ravenel. Like, exactly.
I know. I have. I mean, I wasn't watching it back in the day, but I have watched episodes with him, and
Yeah.
it's pretty amazing. And Jules, isn't there some weird? Didn't Thomas Ravenel go off?
Yes.
Was it on Shep, or who was it off on?
That's another one hot off
Yes.
the press this week.
This week.
He dismissed it. It's now dismissed. He removed it, but he did, I guess, a tweet about Whitney and his mom,
yes.
his mom, Miss Patricia, and the first comment was about Whitney. Awful comment that Whitney has slept with every girl in South Carolina, and he should be ashamed of himself and disgusted and
This
really.
is allegedly from.
Well, this was the tweet
Thomas,
from Thomas
yeah.
Ravenel. And then he went on, I guess
know.
some people commented, and then he went after Miss Pat.
I thought that was
Miss
awful.
Patricia, and he called her a whore.
I know, that's terrible.
He said, "Your whore mother." It's like, what is happening?
This man's disgusting.
He is disgusting. He was disgusting on the show. He was so problematic on the show, and also allegedly had alcohol issues. So maybe this was one of these late night tweets, and that's why it's been taken off. I don't know.
So that is truly hot off the press.
Yes, totally hot off the press. Okay, Next, hot off the press in the lexicon of nobody wants this. Speaking of nobody wants this, I got one for you. And her name is Leighton Meester.
We love Leighton Meester. We just don't
Love
want
her.
her on
Oh
our
my
little.
God,
We don't
love
want her
her.
on our show.
Love her on Gossip Girl. Love her as an actress. I would welcome her on another show, but I sure don't want her on Nobody Wants This.
No, I don't want her on it. But people are happy about this. I saw it like online. People were very excited about this on social media. I'm not
Very.
excited about it. I don't like when
Very.
my worlds collide.
They're
Especially- I
very
don't like when husbands and wives are on the same show. I think it's
And
weird.
also, it's good. I feel like it's I'm one of these I mean, it's depressing to admit. I'm going to throw it out there. I'm like madly in love with Hot Rabbi. When I'm watching the scenes with Hot Rabbi, Adam Brody, her real life husband, I am very invested in those scenes, and I don't want to be taken out of those scenes, and I don't want to be thinking in my head like that's his real life wife.
No, right. I want when he's with Kristen. What's her last name?
Belle.
Kristen Bell. When he's with Kristen Bell, I want him to be with Kristen Bell. I don't want him to think like, oh, that's his real wife. It takes him
Right.
out of it. I don't
Right,
know about
right.
this casting.
I know.
And
I
I love
swear.
this show. I love this show.
I love this show, and it was a perfect formula and a perfect cast. Let's not mess with it.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
we have to talk to our sisters.
Terrible. All right, we do this. The Foster sisters.
The
We
Foster
love
sisters.
them.
We have to talk to them.
Can't
Aaron.
say enough great stuff about them. All right, and then final bit of hot off the press, bringing it back to our hometown, our home state, Jersey, who got
Right.
engaged.
Frankie Catania.
Little Frankie, as Dolores calls him, got engaged at St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Just a private little ceremony.
It's just a little intimate engagement. But it also piggybacks on some New Jersey news that also came out this week. Who knows? It might be fake. It might not. I think there's some truth to it when these things leak. But supposedly they've, as we've heard, they're revamping the whole thing. Supposedly the only ones who survive are Dolores, Teresa, and oh my God.
Dolores, Teresa, and somebody else.
Who's married to Joe?
Oh, Melissa.
Oh my God! Thank God, Julie, you have a brain.
Oh,
Menopause.
but you know what? That's a dumb combo because then then you're stuck with the same. They won't film together, and then you're gonna bring in. It's the worst. It's not
Maybe it
good.
is fake, but just piggybacking on that. But Dolores just keeps on winning. Love seeing Dolores on my screen 24/7. So I'm here for it.
Really? Are you loving her on the Traitors? She's the worst player in the history of Traitors.
Yeah, no, she's not great. She's not great. I don't know. Should we let
Go
that
straight to Traitors.
lead off with that then on our hot takes with our shows? That was a good one. That was a natural progression. There you go. Take it over. Tell us about Traitors this week because I can hardly speak about it. I'm so depressed.
All right. Well, first of all, I'm really upset about Carolyn,
Oh,
who, by the way, I was
spoilers.
calling Caroline.
Spoilers. Oops.
Oh, spoilers. Too late now. So, and by the way, if you haven't watched it yet, it's Carolyn.
True. Oh, I think I just told on myself.
Carolyn, who we love, and I really was rooting for her, but she didn't play a great game this week. She really didn't. She that game of chess, she really did herself in. I felt like she really
herself
did.
in, I guess she revealed. I don't know. I guess she revealed how she thought about herself, and then that was very telling for the people paying attention. I got to tell you something. I would do terribly on Traitors. That's what I've determined.
It's a hard game to win. That's a hard game to win.
I also have determined, I don't pay attention to stuff like that. I would be there for the socializing and the breakfast and making friends, and I would not be registering every single thing like all these people are. Oh, if she thought she was the one that nobody listens to, she must be a traitor. I would have never.
That's Dolores. Dolores is not playing the game at all. She's not. She's just voting for Tom every week. It's so ridiculous. It's annoying though.
Their thing at the round table is driving me crazy. It's like they are on their own show. They need to be at a little pre-K table with two chairs, and it's Tom. Every time he's Tom, and he's I voted for Dolores. I voted for Tom. It's what are you two doing?
What game are you playing? And she could have saved Carolyn.
She could have, or could have made it a tie at least. I don't know.
It was a wasted vote. It annoyed me. I'm
Yeah.
come on, if they play the game, because if she wins the game, it's ridiculous. She doesn't deserve to win. She's not really
She's not
playing.
going to win. No, that's the thing. At some point, somebody's going to be you're just not playing. You never come with any ideas. You don't have any thoughts about it.
But that's not. Yeah, but that's how he get voted out.
Friend.
But that's not how he get voted out. You know what I mean? So she might stay to the end.
I have to say, I am beyond devastated that Danielle is the only traitor standing. I cannot stand her.
Well, they're going to bring it. No, she brought in what's her face.
Well, she's going to try. But just speaking about Danielle for a second, I can't stand her. I never watched Big Brother. I never liked the show. I don't know anything about her. I'm just judging it on her appearance here. She is so performative. I am so sick of these tears. I'm sick of the hyperventilating and like getting down on her knees after the banishment.
The gasping.
Oh my God, the gasping. The hats, the hair that is askew, the hat that's askew and the hair underneath. I can't take her. I don't know how people aren't seeing through this. I think it is nuts.
Here are two things about her. Now I've read that she played very dirty. They didn't air it, but she swore on her grandchildren that she wasn't a traitor to the faithfuls.
You can't do that.
And she also, I heard, who's the woman from Big Brother she's going to bring in? Her name? Brittany. She said to Brittany, off camera, I'm a traitor, and if I bring you in, and then you can lose all your money for that. And that's a breaking your NDA for the. So she supposedly she told her she was a traitor before she brought her in.
She would be disqualified. I mean, she should have been kicked off if that happened.
Yeah. So people said that's what happened. So this is going to be interesting. I'm very interested in the reunion. I heard the reunion's going to be vicious.
Well, it should be vicious because there's a lot of shit that went down, and a lot of it stems around her, and right. I am really furious. And you know what? Somebody made a really good point on social media, or maybe it was Bravo, one of the Bravo podcasts that I listened to, that and I thought this was really good. If you go back to episode 1, Danielle and Brittany were not happy to see each other. Right. They were enemies on Big Brother. And somebody was saying on their podcast that maybe Brittany's just playing along, and now she's going to bring Brittany in as a traitor, and Brittany's going to screw her. Like she's going to go back to they're going to go back to being enemies. And why are you putting all your trust in Brittany? You didn't even want Brittany to be on the show, and Brittany's going to end up screwing her. So that's an interesting idea.
That's very interesting. Okay, I'm interested in that.
All right. Well, we'll see what next week brings. But it's without our dear, sweet, many faces of Carolyn.
I know.
I'll miss her.
I know, me too. And also, it's like, you're missing sort of the good person. Like, not that she's like a very interesting character. So you need the characters.
That's what somebody else was saying too. It's like they're inadvertently getting rid of like a lot of the personalities. Like even going all the way back with Dorinda, you know what I mean?
Oh, Dorinda, still mourning Dorinda.
They inadvertently are getting rid of a lot of good personalities. So anyway, moving on. What's our next hot take? Reality TV this week.
Hot take. Let's talk about the Men of Love Is Blind because they are so crazy.
How long do you have? I mean,
this might take us to the end.
I mean, okay, another section where there are spoilers. They've released the first six episodes in the pod. I beg of you, somebody do something. Somebody in production. We don't need it. It was absurd. That was so too long anyway. And then they released 3 more episodes this week of after the pods, they go on their trip to Honduras. So there are 5 couples, right?
5. Yeah, I'm going to lose. Let's say 1. I wrote it down. Ben and Sarah.
Right.
Dave and Lauren. Joey and Monica, which is hilarious from Friends. Danielle and Taylor.
Oh, that's so true.
And Devin and Virginia.
Right. Okay, 5. So yes, the general comment, Julie, just as you said, the hot take of all hot takes is this is perhaps the worst cast of men in any reality show. They are all white except for like 2.
Well, no, Devin.
Devin in the finals. There was, I think, maybe 1 other person of color in the house.
It's so
they're
homogeneous.
Like
all the guys look alike. They're all assholes.
Look alike. They all are like small-minded. They're just terrible.
Okay, let's go by Ben. Let's go first. Ben and Sarah. Ben is so creepy.
I know. Well, you and I differ a little bit here. It's not, I wouldn't say creepy. And by the way, again, spoiler, the last episode, like the 9th episode, there is a big thing that happens at the end with Sarah and Ben that I thought they were skating along. I thought they were doing very well. I definitely.
I don't think they were doing very well because she has
so well in Honduras, and they met each other's friends and
his fake friends, his friends that he casted.
Well, you say that. I don't know.
Yeah, they were definitely casted. She was so worried about him not liking her gay sister. He's like, here's my gay friend. Here's my black friend. Here's my, they don't know what they want to be, agnostic friend, for religion. I was like, this is not real. Nobody had, this is ridiculous. She was so worried.
They were getting along. They had a rapport. They were cute in Honduras. I think they're like one of the only couples that had sex because God knows Dave was going around asking everybody if they had sex, which we'll get to in a minute. Asking everyone if they had sex and if their girlfriend peed a lot during the night. the hell is wrong with this man? But, you know, I thought they had some legs. I did. I was like getting excited about them. And then, sure enough, Ben, creepy Ben, as you call him, a woman went on, I guess, TikTok.
He was crying about him.
Crying and saying he's the worst and he ghosted her and he treated her horribly. And is he the one also with the underage parties?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a couple of guys with the underage parties, but he definitely is one of them.
Yeah, so it's like these guys are terrible. Okay, so now that they might implode. To me, it seemed like they were going to the altar.
No,
now
they're never going to make it down the altar. Not after that. There's no way.
So your prediction
Too
is
smart
they
for that.
don't say yes. Somebody in that group doesn't say yes.
Somebody. I can't see anybody making it down the altar. Dave and Lauren, forget it. He's
Oh my God, Dave is
an
the
asshole.
worst human being ever. He is the worst human being ever. I don't know how he got on the show. There's something very unhealthy there with his sister.
Oh, it's bizarre. He's in love with his sister, for sure.
It's
He's obsessed with her.
bizarre. And I love all the people on social media putting up the memes being like, then marry your sister.
I thought I missed an episode. I'm like, what happened with the sister? Like, I'm dying to know what happened with the sister, but it's bizarre. He's obsessed with his sister.
Bizarre. Even when he brought it up at the very beginning in the men's area, there were a couple of guys that were like, they, like zeroed in on their face. It almost seemed like a Saturday Night Live skit. Like it almost could have been like a funny skit. It was beyond. Then in Honduras, quite literally, he was asking everybody if they'd had sex, and he spoke to nearly every person at the party about Lauren getting up in the middle of the night several times to pee.
It was so rude of him, and I forgot who. One of them called him out on it. One of the girls called him out.
Sarah.
It was Sarah.
No, Taylor. It was
Taylor. It was Taylor. She defended her. Yeah. I mean, what an asshole. He's such a
he's
gaslighter too. Pretending he doesn't like her. First of all, he doesn't like her
Julie.
at all. He doesn't like her.
Pharmaceutical, whatever. Or what did he say he's in? He's in plastic surgery devices. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means.
He's pretending like he's like a plastic surgeon. I'm like, you're not.
And there isn't a chance in hell, not to be mean, I'm not going to go further. We love women on this podcast. There wasn't a chance in hell when that curtain came up for the reveal that he was like, yes, like not even remotely. I love Lauren. She's awesome.
She's adorable. I think she's adorable.
She deserves way better than him, but there's no way. He probably likes like a hot, like whatever. And
I think she's really pretty. I think she's adorable.
She's adorable and smart and capable and funny. Like, what is she doing with him?
I just wish she had a more like of a feistier personality to like take him on because he's slut shaming her.
Trying to get out of. He wants to kind of look like a nice guy and get out of this.
No, he's doing a really bad job looking like
Terrible.
a nice guy.
And instead of just saying, I don't feel it, like there's no connection there. I'm so glad we met. Like, just be honest. He's making it about this ridiculous non-story story.
That she was seeing somebody before the show started. Who cares?
Who cares? They weren't on the show yet.
Yeah, they're not married. Who cares?
She wasn't dating him, and her friends have even come forward and said, like, they weren't dating. We never met this guy. And this guy wants to be on TV. He's trying to make a story out of it. It's awful. It's disgusting. And Lauren should get a fucking backbone and tell him to fuck right off. Like, really.
I really wish. Do you think she will? I don't think she will.
I don't know what happens, but I don't even see them. I know you said I don't know, like. I guess there's something in the if you don't go wet, if you don't actually put the dress on, you don't get. I don't know.
You don't actually have to get married, but you have to make it to the wedding to get your full money in Love Is Blind.
I think she's the one who doesn't even go dress shopping. Like, there's no way. I don't think we're going beyond next episode. I really don't. All right, so that's them.
That's them.
Devin and
Virginia. She wants the prenup.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. She wants the
She
prenup.
seems very fiscally responsible. She's a money saver. She wants to own a home. He, on the other hand, has 500 pairs of sneakers at $500 a pop. I mean,
Also, it's kind of like you're getting married on a reality show. Like, chances are you could get divorced. A big chance. She wants to protect her money. Smart move.
I think it's a smart move. But they seem like they together in terms of them as a couple. It seems like there's something there. He wasn't thrown off by that.
What about Joey and Monica?
Oh, good. Joey.
And the communal family socks.
Monica's family. I mean, again, this show, have they done this on Saturday Night Live? This show is so ripe for parody.
Communal socks. I've never heard that in my life.
It is so ripe for parody between the fucking Nick and Vanessa, who I still can't stand, to the golden cups that they have to use for some ridiculous reason, to these crazy couples. Okay, Monica's family is insane. In a playful way, but there's insanity there. the mom was like, it was so nice meeting you, Joe. You know, for something we really like to do when we're like having fun as a family, we like to listen to music. I'm thinking like, oh, they're going to put music on and like cook together and have dinner, order in like a normal family. She proceeds to like out from under the couch, pull out like a little crate. I kid you not. I had like flashbacks to mommy and me music together when my kids were babies. It's like a bin full of germs where you're like, it's a maraca and like 2 sticks. And I'm not even kidding. Everybody in the family grabbed an instrument. There wasn't even music on to play to. And they were all standing up, like playing these instruments, like wholeheartedly, like heart open. If I were Monica, I would have run out into the road.
She loved it. The only thing that would make this,
if I were Joey.
the only thing that could have made this worse if they decided to like make sock puppets out of that little bin
and then
and like sang with it.
And then they all wear each other's socks. They have a sock.
It's bizarre.
And this is the one guy in the pods who right off the top was like, yeah, so I really have struggled over the years with OCD. Like laser focus on the girl with a family that doesn't fold their laundry and throws all the socks in a bin. It's like, that's not going to work.
Fair to say, they'll never make it down the aisle.
Never. They're out. Okay. And then who's left?
Daniel and Taylor.
Now they, I think, could make it.
See, I got so sucked into that cliffhanger of him stalking her.
That was like a whole red herring. That was trying to get you to look this way, and the story is that way.
I know, but I kind of like got sucked into that, and now I can't shake it.
But the producers gave her phone. She went through her phone. She didn't find anything. And he actually handles it really well.
He did. He did. He really did.
He really did. He's like, listen, I'm not trying to lie. Like, it's possible. Like, you might see my name there. He was like, whatever you want to do. If you don't want to go to Honduras, he handled it perfectly.
He did.
I don't know why else. I think he's a good guy. He's maybe the only good guy. And it's so funny because they had him like as the villain. It's like such a change. His parents couldn't be lovelier. His family couldn't be lovelier. His brother's fiance, his blind sister.
I know. I told you. I missed the blind sister. I really have to go back and see that.
I don't know what to say about that. I mean,
which episode was that?
I don't know how you miss the blind sister. It was quite a moment.
I really have to go back and see that part.
And he just has been great to Taylor, and they seem to like get along, and he said all the right things to her mom, who was not easy and not happy. He said all the right things, and he asked her parents. He was the only one who asked her parents for her hand.
Well, who parents would be happy if they met somebody in like 3 weeks on Love is Blind?
No, but like you're gonna at least try to be supportive. I mean, her mother was a baby about her. Her mother seems tough.
I mean, I wouldn't be thrilled if my daughter met her fiance on Love is Blind.
No, I wouldn't be thrilled either, but I guess, what are you going to do? What would you do?
I guess fake it for the cameras.
Yeah. Anyway. So we'll see. Love is blind.
Love is blind, HotTakes.
Is love blind?
Yes. No, I don't think Love is blind.
I don't think so either.
I really don't.
Although they do have still, to this day, they have the best track record of all these shows.
They do?
Yep.
That's
they have a better track record than The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. Yep.
That's so interesting.
Yep, they do. Yep.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Perhaps love is blind.
Perhaps.
All right. What's the next hot take? Next show.
HotTakes. Should we talk about Summerhouse? Episode 2.
I guess.
More problematic boys.
Oh.
Men. Should we call it? They're barely men. They're barely men.
I have a tough time calling West a man. I gotta say, Bravo and Netflix. Thank you, Love is Blind. Like, these reality shows are doing a real good job of showing us how immature men are, just at their core. Like,
we started with Dear Sienna.
I mean, exactly. Southern Charm, these guys are stuck. Shep is 46 years old. Not 36, 46.
Yeah.
I mean, West and Jesse Solomon, what is happening? Are we going back to high school, middle school? West can't put a sentence together.
Well, I was wondering, I'm like, they both had such a great season last year. Like, Wes was like, the cutie pie with, Sierra, and everyone loved him, and Jesse was gorgeous, and he had like the sad story attached to him, and everyone loved him. And this year they're really getting like the dick at it.
Yeah, but they're deserving it.
No, they are deserving it for sure.
Let me preface by saying I love seeing them on my screen.
Me too.
I do not want West and Jesse Solomon to go anywhere. I enjoy seeing them. I'm invested when I see them on my screen. But like, it's kind of shocking West more than Jesse, because I think Jesse's playing this whole thing for the cameras and thinks it's funny, and it's just landing not funny.
Yeah.
The way that West quite literally struggles with confrontation and words, like,
How about apologies? Just apologize to Sierra.
this is a 2-sentence thing. You don't want to go into a whole thing. You don't. That's fine. You're being filmed. That's fine. You don't want to do it at a dinner table. That's fine. You go up to her room. She's getting ready. You have privacy. Nobody's there.
Well, you have the cameras, but
Okay, you're on a reality show.
right.
It's 2 sentences. Sierra, I'm sorry. I wouldn't hurt you for the world. I'm really sorry the article was written that way. It was not my intention. Let's start over and try to have a good summer. Out the room you go. Like, that's the bare minimum. He went into the room and started with, so is this going to be how the whole summer is? Is the whole summer going to be, like, shitty? Like, first of all, putting it back on
Yeah,
her.
on her.
It's not her. It's you.
And Wes, put your shirt on.
Put your shirt.
Put your shirt on.
Honestly, it's like, can we get some costuming along with the film crew? I don't think there's an item of clothing that West has put on yet that fits him properly. So he is ripe for a stylist. If there are any stylists out there, any hottie stylists listening to our pod, West is your next client. We beg of you. Either things are remarkably small, like the blue shorts that he went into her bedroom with no shirt on.
So bizarre.
No shirt on. First of all, that's like offensive to her. They've had sex. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, put your clothes on. Come on.
Put your clothes on.
Put your clothes. And by the way, he would have looked like such a hero and a mensch. At the dinner table, he apologized in front of everybody.
Totally.
And said, you know what, Sierra, you are so right. I am so sorry. I regret that New York Times article. I really regret it.
Yeah.
You know, this all got to my head.
Yep. I felt like I was in the hot seat after the reunion. I felt like I had to defend myself, and I did the wrong thing, and I wouldn't hurt you for the world.
Would have looked like a hero.
He would have been the hero of the summer. It's like, and also Ciara is like, I mean, I don't think I've laid eyes on anybody more beautiful on any of these shows yet.
Oh no, she's stunning.
I mean, she's funny. She's gorgeous. She's smart. She's a nurse. She gives back to her community. It's like, what are you doing? Like, this guy, are you crazy? Like, are you crazy?
And it's okay, you know what? Even if he doesn't like her like that, it's fine.
Sure.
But like, just apologize. Come on, such a bad look.
It's such a bad look. And Jesse Solomon with this chick. I mean, what are you doing, Jess? And then next week we knew fun, charming Kyle could only last 2 episodes. Next week,
what happens next week?
he only has an expiration of 2 episodes. We know
Kyle's gonna cook himself.
Yeah, Kyle cook. He boils over as he's wont to do, and he starts with a baby fucking scathing text to Paige. I mean, these guys they're the literal worst, and the girls are great. The girls are carrying the show, and they're great. I don't know. I'm dumbfounded at how inarticulate West was. I really was. Such a shame. But
all right, that's Summer House for us.
That's
we're still not Lexi. We're liking her. We're not liking her. Nothing.
No, I'm not liking Lexi.
She's not hilarious. What's her?
No. Not because she's a newbie. I welcome the newbies. We've had great newbies. I thought West and Jesse
are great newbies.
I find her like, she's not funny. She's not terribly engaging.
No, you need funny. You need a Paige, like beautiful but funny,
and
sarcastic.
She's also gonna like fall super hard, and then this is gonna be awkward because clearly this is like a fling with a capital F for him. So this is gonna land like
it's a fling for her too. Remember who her ex-boyfriends are. She goes for the big wigs, so I don't think she's gonna be too heartbroken.
Then she's playing it all wrong. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So we'll see. We shall see. All right, onward. What's our next hot take?
Very quickly, let's go through Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills. This is the I love you heard all around the world. Reba finally said it. So 3 words.
It started in Augusta, the last we're seeing of Augusta. Reba was a little sarcastic, a little funny, and a little loving. Funny. She won me over.
Guess what, Reba? I love you too. You could be my therapist any day of the week.
I'm like, am I delirious? Reba's adorable.
I'm like, oh Reba, you card. You're so funny.
Who's getting the last laugh, Reba?
Seriously, I couldn't love her more. Wanted to like squeeze her through my screen. I mean, that scene was so funny.
Reba got a better edit than Sutton did that
way
episode.
better. Oof. I mean, listen, I guess thank goodness for that moment that started the episode. A little bit of levity, a little bit of like, I love you. Sutton got what she wanted. You could see that there was more to Reba than like just being like a monster.
Yeah.
But what's happening with Beverly Hills this season? And you know, on the John Hamm episode last night, to quote our buddy and soon-to-be fellow podcaster John Hamm, Andy Cohen was like, "Wait, there's so much more that comes this season. There's so much more that's going to happen on Beverly Hills." Like, really? I don't believe you, Andy. Like, this season is like stalking out and fights between two people. Stalking out and fights between two people. I am not into it. And you've got such a good new cast member. Like, I'm just not into this. I don't know. Is it me?
No, I mean, I love Beverly Hills. So a mediocre Beverly Hills is I'm still all in. It's just, where is this going?
Right.
And I have to say this. I was so obsessed with Dorit's Dirty House. I couldn't get past it.
My God.
I couldn't. I was obsessed.
That
I'm like,
bedroom.
But no, bedroom. It was the whole house. It was the hallways. She had racks of
Upstairs.
clothes.
Well, upstairs.
But it was all of upstairs. All of upstairs is her bedroom.
Awful.
Awful.
It's like, it's almost like hoarders.
Yes. I'm like, is this TLC? Did we just, are they merging with TLC?
It's like, where's the storage unit we're going to look at next? Like, whatever that show is, Storage Wars. Like,
What happened there? Like, what is going on?
I couldn't, Julie. You know what's happened there? Her husband is suing her for divorce, and her whole entire world has unraveled, and she doesn't have the bandwidth. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club, hottie Dorit. Like, she's having a moment in time. I think her life is literally unraveling beneath her feet, and that upstairs is emblematic of that.
Well,
and even Kyle was like, first of all, Kyle, who's like been in horror movies her whole career, walking through the hallway, and even Kyle was like, wow, I've never seen your house like this, Dorit. Like, this isn't like you. Like, it's unreal.
I was like, put down the Louis Vuitton baseball caps and get yourself a housekeeper. I mean,
anything.
It was shocking. Shocking.
Yeah, shocking. So, you know, I mean, and then her and Kyle in that stupid chat, that was so, I don't know.
A little fake.
It's a lot fake. It's like, what are you going to do about the divorce? What are you and, you know, both of them commiserating. Listen, I do think Dorit is more of a victim than Kyle. I find myself week after week kind of being like, am I remembering this wrong? Like, Kyle started this whole thing. Like, she did. And by the way, that's not to say that you can't start it and then 5 months later have a change of heart and be like, you know what? Nothing is as great as you and our family, and I miss you, and let's work on it. Totally get that. But, like, I don't want to go into one more scene where she's being so disingenuous and she's like, I don't know, I'm just kind of waiting for Mo. And I keep saying to Mo, like, are we getting divorced? And he's like, not yet. It's like, and also, I think this is such bad messaging for women out there who are watching the show, who are going through something. It's like, these women should have lawyers. They're on television. They make a lot of money for themselves. They have big careers without their men. What in the fuck are you doing? There's like there's a repercussion here. Yeah. You should be filing first. Both of you should. Yep. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. It's weird.
So anyway, and I'm not into Sutton storming out, and I don't know where we go from here.
They'll all make up. Now I think this is going to be the Sutton's bad at it. Now I think that Sutton's going to take a turn. You know, it was Kyle was the villain in the beginning. Now I think it's going to be Sutton. That's what I think. It's on tonight, so we'll see.
It's on tonight. Tuesday
night. Let's move this along. Let's move to closing hot takes.
Closing hot takes. I don't have one, Jules. I mean, other than me griping about our technology woes today, which nobody wants to hear.
I don't even want to hear it. Yeah. I have one.
All right. Got a lot of good ones.
I will tell you that I always say that I'm in perimenopause. I'm not in full menopause. That I don't experience the brain fog. I don't have it. But then these weird things happen to me. So maybe I am in menopause. A couple weeks ago, Steve and I were leaving the house. He puts on this brand new suit I had never seen before. He was very excited to surprise me in this tailored new suit he had on. Comes out of the bedroom. And he looked great. But my head, my little menopause brain, and I yell out in real enthusiasm, oh, look at you. You look like $100. And he goes, he's like, what? And I didn't realize what I said, so I said it again. I'm like, you look great. You look like $100. And he goes, you're kidding, right? And I'm like, what's wrong with that? $100.
You look like a dollar bill. A 50-cent piece.
And I said it over and over again.
Not the phrase.
Not the right phrase.
No.
I meant to say $1 million.
We look
No,
like
no.
$1,000,000. Oh my God, I love it.
You look like $100.
That is so funny. That should become like family joke.
It's like the new thing.
It should. It should. Like every time you get ready, he should be like, "You look like
Like
$100.
$100.
You look like $10, $5."
Yeah, so that
my
brain
God.
is, I don't know, maybe I do need the creatine. I don't know, I've got to look into something.
We're not getting the creatine, but I am seeing more and more people on Instagram with the weighted vest.
Oh, I know. We're all going to end up getting one. I know it.
But my question is this, and I'm just going to throw it out there to the hotties before we say goodbye.
And I want to say goodbye
Do
soon.
you
'cause
have
we're
to
pressing our
walk,
nuptials.
like, don't you have to do a lot of steps with a weighted vest to get the, like, it's not just wearing it, it's wearing
No,
it.
you can't sit down in a chair and wear. I mean, you got to do you're supposed to do your regular things like go into the kitchen, go up the stairs to do the laundry, go down the stairs. You know, you're supposed to be doing everyday things because it's extra weight on you.
No thanks.
All right. For another time.
Well, on that note,
No thanks.
another week without purchasing the weighted vest. Mary, we call on you. Mary's got to be the one. She tests that out.
Meredith, the Hottie Meredith is coming back next week. We miss you, Meredith.
Yes,
Come
we
home
miss
safe
you.
from your trip. We love you. And
All
thank you
right.
guys for joining us.
Back to our reality viewing, hotties. See you
All
later.
right. See you later.